Noel, we want to see if you can pour better than our state som, Gabe.
Who is he? Oh, Gabe, okay. Our adventure begins at the beautiful Dawn Ranch, tucked away in the heart of Sonoma. This historic retreat is the epitome of relaxation. The ranch's luxurious spa treatments are designed to soothe your body and mind. From a rejuvenating facial and an indulgent massage to a restorative bath, this is wellness at its finest. Once I'm done with my massage, pure luxury is waiting for me outside of Dawn Ranch to take me to my next winery. Once I arrive to Gary Farrell Winery, where the views are as awe-inspiring as the wines, you're going to see me take a behind-the-scenes tour to sip on some of the Sonoma's finest vintages. And of course, I couldn't resist challenging the Som to a wine opening challenge. Trust me, it was as fun as it sounds. Then my day ends with a multi-course culinary adventure at the lodge at Dawn Ranch. Here, Chef Ignacio, also known as Nacho, and his talented team not only serve impeccable food, but also share stories, techniques, and passion behind every dish. Tune in to see more. But first... Welcome to the Spa Cottage here at Dawn Ranch. Come on in. So, sorry, I was doing a little bit of work here. So let's start right here. We got the living area. Last night we were by the fire pit outside and we were having some Amber and Opal that's actually made by Ja Rule and Partners. So we were sipping on that last night. Also, we went to Sonoma Pizza before, so that's locally here in Forestville. Now I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna be like, hey, we have a fine dining restaurant here at Dawn Ranch. However, I was invited by both executive chefs, Juliana and then Ignacio. So we went there and had some pizza. I don't even know what's left. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then, wait a minute, you wanna see this. Smeg, we got Smeg! Look at the mini fridge, Smeg! We got in there. Got some LaCroix. In my household, we call it La Croix, but we got LaCroix here. Over here, we got a little couch area, fan. It's almost May, so it's not that hot yet, but it's a nice little area over here. And this is always good advice. I appreciate this. Trust your intuition. So, good stuff. Let's see what else we got over here. Ah, the guitar, okay. I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I have no idea, but it sounded good. Okay, that's enough. Before I break this damn thing and they never invite me back. All right, what else we have? All right, let's head into the bedroom and let's check this out. All right, so you see we got canopy beds over here, like huge. Got the spa robes over here in the corner. Got plenty of closet space over here. So just want to show you guys like all the closet space. Oh, okay, so we're gonna go away from that. No worries. And then, here's where the magic is right here. Look at this, double-sided fireplace, double-sided. So it's cool. It actually scared the shit out of me when I first came in and like didn't even realize. And then I was like, why am I seeing into, like, am I seeing myself or somebody else? So anyway, but yeah, it got a little chilly last night, so I put that on. This is really about, wellness, and the Spa Cottage is right next to the actual spa, so it's just really easy just to walk right through, and I'll take you through there in a few minutes so you can see how close it is, but just really felt at home here. Sometimes in resorts, they're great. You have room service, you have a great bed, you have a great room. But like to me, like this feels like this would actually be my house, right? With the living area and the bedroom. So, and then in here, you want to check out some of the amenities. So you got, double-sided over here, mirrors, got the rain shower, just really chilling here. Again, I am a proud black man and it's still a little chilly, so I have to literally be, I cannot be ashy at all. So I'm not gonna even complain. I got my Vaseline at all times. Got my toiletry bag from Herschel, of course. And then of course my roller here, so just making sure that I ain't dusty or ashy. So we're good to go there. All right, you guys have seen the bedroom. Let's head outside and check out the deck. All right, so you see we got a little picnic area over here, bench. Again, you have the fan, so when it gets hot, you and your family or your loved one can sit out here and relax a little bit. And then just plenty of lighting out here. The spa is actually over in this direction. So again, we'll walk down a little bit and just show where the spa is, but literally this is the spa area. Also out here, just come down the steps, do not fall, because I don't have home insurance here because I don't live here. So over here, you see we actually have a tub. So you just end up removing this section here and you fill this up, if I don't break this, you fill this up with water. And then you can like put that part over there in the middle, have rose petals, lavender oil. Like the spa will hook you up with all the right amenities to put in here, but it really is nice to sit out here by yourself or a loved one in here and just relax underneath the stars. So it's back. Break it. And then over here is where we were last night. So again, me horribly trying to make s'mores. But you got the fire pit over here, seating for two. It's just nice over here to like talk, play board games, catch up with loved ones, the start or the end of your romantic night. But it's just a really good spot in general to be at. And then one of my favorite spots, which after you leave, I'm gonna head over here and sit down for a while. Got this lovely rocking chair. But before we sit on this, just like look out here. So this is actually I believe this is the chef's garden. So they grow a lot of their herbs and spices out here. So when you go to Dawn Ranch and you end up at the lodge, a lot of things that they're growing that ends up in your meal or your drink is being grown out here. So it's just nice to be able to just take this in a bit. But like I said, in a hot afternoon, sit over here, glass of Sauvignon Blanc or Rosé, and then this little rocking over here. Got that little, I'm gonna be your rocking chair, rock away from there. So you gotta put that on. If you don't know who that is, you need to look it up, rocking chair. So, appreciate you guys stopping by. This is the edition of Sonoma County Cribs, Staycation edition, and I will see you guys next time. Later.
Hi, welcome in.
Good morning.
Do you have a treatment with us?
Yes, I'm ready for my spa day.
Amazing. What's your name?
Noel.
So at 9:30 you have the Dawn Ranch signature massage, and then at 10:30 you're going in for your restorative ranch facial, and then you also at 11:30 have your sweet branch magnesium bath outside.
Perfect. After you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then here's your locker. There's a robe and slippers, and then feel free to change in one of our restrooms right over here.
So I'm gonna grab this robe, I'm gonna head over here and change, and I'll see you back out here in a couple minutes.
Hi, are you Noel?
Yes, I am.
Hi, I'm Diane.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Are you ready for your facial?
Yes, I think your masseuse Audra did a really great job, so I'm looking forward to blowing up my face with you.
Yeah, Audra's great. And there'll be some massage in this too, so
Ooh.
you'll be relaxed.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right,
Let's
let's go on in.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna step out. Just, Are you allergic to anything?
Bad
No.
wine?
Bad wine, okay.
Okay.
Not gonna be using any wine on you today. Because I'm gonna be massaging your whole upper body and then lower leg and foot. Just take your robe off, hang it up there, and then slip underneath face up.
Face up.
Yes, face up.
Thank you
Okay,
very
and
much.
then I'll knock in a minute.
All right.
Okay,
All right. You get out with her.
coming out. Okay,
All right.
how's the table?
I am ready for my glow up. So how long have you been doing this?
Close to 30 years.
Okay, so
Yeah.
longer than Luis has been alive.
Yes, it was a second career for me, or really actually a first career. So the first product I'm going to be using on you is a Manuka Honey Cleansing Balm. So it has a really nice smell to it. You smell kind of the sweetness of the honey. There's some almond oil in there. And 60% of our lymph is in the upper part of the body. So, but it also feels good, and it does help to exfoliate a little bit too, the brush.
Why do you think people don't necessarily prioritize their mental and physical well-being?
It's because of money. Most people can't afford to spend $200, and I mean, I'd love to have a spa treatment every week, right? A massage every week. Oh my God, how that would change your life, right? That would change your life. But I think, people, it's a treat. So when they go on a vacation, oh, I'm gonna have a massage or a spa treatment. But unless you have money, I think people, they have to buy food and pay their rent. This is, it's a pear fig enzyme.
Ooh.
And so it's gonna tingle.
Yeah.
You feeling it?
I am.
Is it uncomfortable?
No.
Okay, perfect. It's got a little bit of lactic acid in there, and that's what you're feeling.
Great.
And even though it's totally safe, lactic acid, it's just, it sounds, with the acid, but lactic acid's one of the safer, more calmer.
So question for you, resources aside, how often should people get facials?
I always like to tell people, like, as a change of seasons. So 4 times a year is great.
Okay.
If you can afford to do it once a month, go for it.
So why do you love what you do?
I do it because it's rewarding. It's a gift that I get from helping people, making people feel beautiful or happy, relaxed. Yeah, that's why I keep doing it. The mask that I'm going to put on you is a kind of a combination. There's white tea mask, which is a naturopathic product. It's high in antioxidants. And then I mix different things in. And this one has a little bit of rosehip seed oil. I put a little bit of a detoxing mask, which is a company called Palermo. They're out of New York. Oops. And what else do I have in here? I have a little bit of their naturopathic as anti-aging serum, which is a cell renewal. And I put some aloe vera in there because sometimes when you do the lactic acid, people can get a little bit red. So it's a nice little concoction. It's a little bit more challenging when somebody has facial hair, so it's just because you don't want it to get all trapped in there.
I think so. Next time, what you're telling me when I come see
shave.
you, I should shave it all.
Absolutely.
All right.
I use honey, Manuka honey, on my skin every morning. I just take about half a teaspoon and just put it all over my face and let it sit for about 20 minutes. It helps with inflammation. So it's antibacterial, antifungal. We know those little bees, are pretty special. And yeah, it helps a lot with my rosacea. It'll help a lot with acne. That, along with the apple cider vinegar. And how you would do that is that's great also for rosacea and acne. You just wet a cotton pad and rinse it out, and then just put some straight apple cider vinegar on there and wipe it on your face. Let it dry, and then put your moisturizer on top of it. And those are 2 things I do every day. Is my skin perfect? No, but it helps.
I don't know.
Without using chemicals.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I used some form of, medical chemical, it would probably help, but it wouldn't cure it. It'd still be in the same situation. I'm just gonna
Tell the camera, because I've heard this many times, that I have nice feet for a boy. I need you to tell
everybody you have beautiful feet.
Okay, if it's the truth.
Yeah, you do. You have nice feet.
For a boy?
Well, I mean, not all men have ugly feet. I mean,
so I am finishing up my facial, and I'm gonna head out and do some soaking in the redwood bath. Can't wait to finish my wellness journey this morning before cleaning up and heading out to a wine tasting. See you there.
Are you all ready for your bath?
I am ready.
Perfect. If you want to follow me, and I'll lead you back.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Oh, wow.
If you can't stay in hot water, I cannot. What I like to do is I like to prop this up and put this on cold because it kind of feels like you're getting rained on. Plus it keeps you at a nice cool temperature. So that's what I recommend, but if you don't want to do that, don't worry about it. To turn it off, just push back in.
Okay.
In the bowl, there's magnesium bath flakes, Himalayan bath salts, Epsom salts, some essential oils, and then some crushed up herbs and rose petals from our garden. There's also 3 stones. These are moonlight charge stones. So what you're gonna do is grab all 3 stones, hold them to your skin, preferably close to your heart, and you do a moment of meditation. Anything you wanna let go of, anything you wanna bring in, you're gonna think about that. And then when you're ready, you can drop the stones in and then drop all the bath mix in. In the white bowl, I have the CBD and Dead Sea Salt Bath Lavender add-on.
Okay.
Head over here, feet over here. There's a towel, some water for you, a hook right back over there. Do you have any questions?
And what's this over here?
This is additional bath, so if you want to do it as couples. Yeah,
okay.
I've actually had people get engaged in the bath, so
Okay.
it's a really romantic time if you will bring a partner.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Amazing.
All right, so normally I'm a share, but I am not gonna share this bathing ritual with you, so I'm gonna take some me time for myself. I love you guys, but it's all about me today and my wellness. So I'll be back with you in a few minutes after I finish my bath. I'll see you in a minute. So I just finished my bath. I am still glowing from my massage and my facial, but I'm gonna end my day right here at the spa with the infrared sauna. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, so I just finished my spa treatment, got myself a little lunch, and now I'm heading over for some wine treatment over at Gary Farrell. Life opens up in Sonoma County. I'm ready to hit the road, and who keeps wine country safe? It is Pure Luxury Transportation. So they've been kind enough to give me a ride around wine country this afternoon, and I'm excited about traveling with them. So look at the vehicle that's pulling up. Strong advice, everybody, when you're heading around wine country, get yourself a car. Be safe.
Hi, sir.
How you doing?
My name is Paul. Welcome
I'm
to
Noel.
Wine Country.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm excited about working with you.
All right. We're going to have
you.
a great day today, aren't
Yeah, where are we heading?
we? We're heading over to Gary Farrell Winery today.
Okay. All right, let's check it
You all
out.
set?
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, where are you from, Paul?
I'm originally from New York City, the Bronx, New York specifically.
Okay, another East Coaster. I'm from Connecticut.
All right, there you go. Came out here during my corporate life back in 1989 with a wife and 2 small children. I had another child here and began our life in California.
So, you working for Pure Luxury Transportation. How long have you been working with them?
I've been working with them now for, 3 years.
Okay.
So I've known Jennifer for some time. And then post-COVID, she was hiring and my wife said to me, be something you'd be really good at. So here I am, 3 years later, enjoying driving clients through the wine country and all aspects of the job pretty much. Good company to work for. It's got a great reputation, great brand identity in the county. They've been operating for 34 years. So it's been pretty good.
Do you do mostly airport runs? Do you do the private tours? Wineries are far away, and I'll always see people renting cars or trying to get Ubers, and there's nothing wrong with either of those, but logistically sometimes it just doesn't work out. What do you think the advantages of working with a private service like Pure Luxury?
Pure Luxury and any transportation company, reliability is key, number one. Number two is safety. You want to enjoy your time, not to worry about having some cocktails, obviously, and driving. But also, we really identify with the fact that you're here to enjoy yourself, and whatever itinerary you have, whatever you want to do that evening, focus on those good times and not worrying about the driving and the logistics about how am I going to get from A to B or B to C at any given time, especially if you're on a tight schedule. Here we are, sir.
All right. For keeping me safe. I'll
Enjoy
see you
your
in a
day.
couple hours.
I'll
Thank
see
you very much.
Couple hours. Enjoy.
Should I bring you back a bottle of wine?
No, sir.
Okay. Hey, I'm Noel.
Gabe, welcome
Pleasure
to Gary Farrell.
Thank you so much. Is that wine for me?
It is a little welcome splash of our Chardonnay,
You mind if I do a little twirl?
by all means. So we're thinking take you a little tour of our beautiful facility and
Okay.
maybe sit down and taste a couple of the wines. And we also have a fun activity. Thought we'd do a
Okay.
little challenge. You can race the Somm, opening some wine, if you will.
Yes, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, that is fighting words. Okay, here we go. All right, Noel. We're standing about 400 feet above the beautiful Russian River Valley. You'd see the river itself if it wasn't hidden behind the trees, but just a really nice perch here, especially since we don't own any vineyards. Everything we do is from grapes that we purchase from our partners, but having been founded in 1982, we are one of the icons and pioneers of the Russian River Valley, so we're very lucky. Our kind of vineyard partnership reads as a kind of a who's who of the area. So we get to enjoy this gorgeous view. We'll get to taste some wonderful Russian River Valley wines, but it's my pleasure to show you the facility a little bit, so please.
Perfect, I'll
Come
follow
with me.
you. Thank you. Also, you're missing something, man. Like, where's your wine? Am I the only one drinking today or what?
yeah, no, I can hear. I
Okay.
can grab something really
Okay.
quick. Got you.
Ooh.
Cheers. Welcome, Gary Farrell.
Thank you very much. Tell everybody what we're smelling.
They're emptying the barrels and assembling them in tanks so we can get ready to bottle. So you're probably getting that really beautiful smell as they're washing the barrels right now. They've just emptied them out, so you're getting that heat in the barrels, obviously bringing out those wonderful aromatics.
It's delicious. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm like, sorry, I'm having a wine high.
Yeah.
Can I have my moment, please? Okay, we're good.
If only you could do a scratch and sniff on video, but we can't, All right, Noel, we're going to have you right here today.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, walk you through what we call our discovery tastings. Just a nice, cross section of a couple of our single vineyard Chardonnays and Pinot Noirs, kind of showcase the diversity of our portfolio here. We have some nice food items, and it says my pleasure. My name is Gabe Rezik. I'm the state sommelier here, so
Okay.
I like to think I know a little bit about the wines, but maybe I just like to talk about. We'll see a lot about it. We'll see. But yeah, it's just have some fun, taste through these Gary Farrell gems.
Now, I know this is not your fault because I know you're a master of wine, but someone's not a master of spelling. Do you realize that my name is spelled wrong?
Yes, there's lacking the umlaut. That's what I
Thank
said.
you.
I said,
No umlaut.
and
that's
we
strike
always
one.
say we pride ourselves on attention to detail. It's a fail right there. Sorry about that, Noel.
Can you do me a favor in your best penmanship?
Oh,
do you mind?
Pleasure.
Do you mind? Okay.
Absolutely.
Boom. Dots, dots, dot, boom. That works?
Little
Yes. Thank you. Here we go. Oh, here we go. All right. Now we're ready. Now we're ready to drink. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my pleasure. So we've got a couple Chardonnays, and everything is single vineyard. So both of these are from the 2020 vintage. Our first Chardonnay is from La Rinconada Vineyard, which is right in the Santa Rita Hills, right next to Sanford Benedict Vineyard, the kind of classic coastal vineyard down there. It's a nice balance of almost a little bit of tropical notes, a little pineapple even, but then it also kind of brings in that salinity and citrus and brightness of the, again, those cool coastal conditions. So it's a nice dichotomy of kind of warm climate meets cool climate in Chardonnay.
So since we're starting at the beginning, let's start at the beginning with you, Gabe. So what was your first experience with wine that you can remember? And it doesn't have to be drinking. It could be you as a kid and your parents were wine drinkers. But like, what's that first experience?
Yeah, well, it's funny you ask, because I did not grow up in a wine drinking household. My dad was definitely more of a kind of Scotch and Guinness type of guy.
Okay.
Maybe occasional gin and tonic. And my parents, for a special occasion, liked to drink bubbles, if you will. They called it champagne, but it was like the black label, like Freshnet Cordon Negro. Like that was a fancy celebration wine to them. Which at the time, cool bottle. I thought like this is so special. But as I got older, I realized like, hey, there's nothing wrong with that wine, but maybe maybe not as fancy as I was led to believe.
There's perhaps something a little bit better out there.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
So really, for me, my wine epiphany came as I, struggled through bottles of Boone's Farm and jugs of Carlo Rossi, out of coffee mugs with my friends in college. I, didn't have much thought about wine, but like a good, graduate of a BA in history with no idea what the heck I was going to do with my life, I found myself as a busboy in a restaurant. Just happened to have a really good wine program. And one night, literally, a customer grabbed me, like I was walking by and grabbed me. I was like, can I help you? And he's like, I've been watching you. Okay.
It's getting creepy.
You're like the hardest working person in here. Like, I'm not going to finish this bottle of wine. I want you, like, this is for you. Like, you take, I don't know what your policy is, but you take this in the back, you drink it, but I just want you to have this as like a thank you. I was like, oh, okay. It happened to be a Pinot Noir from Carneros. And I remember going in the back and pouring some and just like tasting it. At that point, I don't think I even smelt it. I was just like, sip. It was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, what is the deal with this wine? And that was my epiphany moment, that all of a sudden, I started going home, reading wine books. I'd take bottles from the restaurant, start studying anyway. So it all kind of blossomed from there. But yeah, I went from, parents cracking the Freshnay to, little, the venture of, I'll do the Boone's Farm, Carlo Rossi to, this epiphany moment, just like, and that's what really launched my interest and passion for fine wine, if you will.
Okay, we'll go a little deeper as we move to Wine 2, which is another Chardonnay.
Wine 2, so this is our 2020 Westside Farms Chardonnay, owned by the one and only David Ramey. Nice balance of kind of full-bodied, kind of heavier flavors, but that still got a beautiful kind of citrus brightness and acidity.
Let's cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
I hear you. All right, sir. So what do I have in hand here? Clearly, this is something red, but that's all right.
So it's a Pinot Noir. This is actually from Fort Ross Vineyard out on the coast. Fort Ross Seaviewed AVA. They're a little bit on the lighter side, but again, that kind of nice, kind of little tart coastal fruits, nice spice, and just a little tannin and acid.
Okay, while we're enjoying this, so tell me, what brought you to Gary Farrell?
Sure. Actually, for me, being here is almost like full circle in my career. In the sense that, this restaurant I was working in, so, if the Carneros wine was my epiphany wine, I very quickly fell in love with, it happens to serve Gary Farrell Chardonnay and Pinot Noir too. So I very quickly fell in love with Gary Farrell. And it was one of those wines that, I loved selling. When I'd see it places, be like, ooh, Gary Farrell, like that's a great wine, etc. So as my wine career progressed and I did different things, it was just one of those I kind of kept on my radar. And I was working at another winery about 4 years ago, and a job, I wasn't necessarily looking for a job, but just, so you check the job board sometimes, it's like, what else is out there? And there was a job that opened up here that on paper read like kind of my dream job at a winery. Again, I'd always held in really high esteem. It's like, well, like I would be a fool not to apply to work at Gary Farrell. Yeah. Because I have so much respect for the winery, and this job sounds amazing. So I applied, and and here I am. So it's just one of those, again, it's just like from the very beginnings of my career working that restaurant to being the estate sommelier at Gary Farrell Winery. It's just, I take a lot of pride in that. And like I said, it's not just kind of like, things progress and here I am. It's like, it just seems like, it's almost like it's meant to be sometimes, like this is where I should be.
I know we're a little biased, right? Because we're both in Sonoma County, but what sets the wine here in Sonoma County apart from like other regions? Even, obviously Napa's nearby, Santa Barbara's not that far, but like what sets us apart?
What I love about Sonoma is just there is so much, it is a big county. I like to point out to people, especially, you're from the East Coast originally. The Sonoma County is larger than the entire state of Rhode Island.
That's right.
It is a big landmass. And within this, the thing about Napa does what Napa does amazingly well. But it is basically one 20-ish mile valley from north to south, and it is hot, and it does cab phenomenally well, and that's what they do, and it makes sense because of the conditions there, even though you do gather varieties. What's beautiful about Sonoma is from the tip Carneros to Sonoma Valley to the Rushmore Valley to Alexander Valley to the Sonoma Coast, the West Sonoma Coast, there is so much diversity of terroir and climates, and So you just have so much diversity in soil and climate. You can kind of grow anything. Like anything you put your mind to, you can grow in Sonoma and can grow really, really well. Just because we have, you want the cool coastal conditions, we have it. You want inland and hot, we have it. Low elevation, high elevation, more moisture, less moisture. Again, you name the soil, we have it. So I just think Sonoma is a really special and amazing spot, in the world of wine, just because in this one small, relatively small location, we have just so much diversity in potential and growing conditions in terroir. So, you add that to just the very laid-back nature of Sonoma wine people in general, which I also really appreciate. It's like, how can you go wrong here?
Cheers to that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so our next Pinot Noir here, it's actually right off that has a little more color. This is from Hallberg Vineyard, which is right off of Highway 116 in the Green Valley appellation of the Russian River Valley. It is actually the first dry farm vineyard in the Russian River. So, kind of special in that sense. These vines don't produce a lot of fruit because they're really struggling to be self-sufficient for water. But what they do produce has a lot of wonderful concentration and depth. That nice kind of mixture of like the kind of earthy spice, but also that red fruit and uplifting nature. So it's just a really beautiful, one of my favorites and a very versatile food and wine pairing.
It's beautiful. I mean, obviously the wine is beautiful. The ambiance here is beautiful. So I'm kind of curious. I mean, right now we're approaching May, so we're approaching summer months. What's new over here? Like as far as any new wines, do you have any activations? Because for someone like me, I love experiences. Wine is great, right?
Yeah.
But wine with individuals while doing something active is what I really love. So like, what do you have going on here?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. So, a couple of fun things. One, again, we are a Russian River-based winery. I mentioned we source from other places in Sonoma, and we're very proud to have just released our first ever Sonoma Coast appellation Pinot Noir. So we do make a Russian River Valley appellated Pinot, kind of a blend of our various vineyard sources. But, we work with some really wonderful vineyards in the Sonoma Coast appellation as well. So we've just released our first Sonoma Coast Pinot Noir, really capturing the essence of that beautiful kind of rugged coastal terrain, just different structure and fruit profile. It's really beautiful. So we're really happy and kind of proud to be able to release that. It's also getting to May. It's starting to warm up. Yeah. We just released our annual Rosé of Pinot Noir, which is, we do it in what's called whole cluster press. So it's just a very kind of light in color, light in body, but just really beautiful kind of mix of like strawberry and citrus and watermelon flavors, like tart watermelon, and really nice acidity. So just nice kind of, I don't know if marketing won't let me say crushable, but kind of a crushable, expression of rosé, which pairs a lot of things too. And then we also just released our Sauvignon Blanc. So we generally make for our club members, sometimes a little bit left over to release the public, but usually the staff buys that up too because it's so delicious. And then experience-wise, if you come here kind of throughout the course of the year, we have our discovery flight, which we're enjoying here. We do a tour and tasting through our winemaking facility. We offer, cheese and charcuterie boards that you can always add on, etc. What's also exciting too is we're getting ready to open our overlook space, which we'll see in a little bit, which we understand that some people like to come and do a nice formal sit-down tasting, get a little education and taste their portfolio, but we also understand we have this amazing view out here too, and some people just want to come in here and hang out and have a glass or have a bottle, so we've got a space for that as well. If you just want to enjoy a view, kick back, be a little social, and enjoy our wares, we can make that happen for you too. And then we're also getting ready, it's still a few months away, but we have our Evening on the Hill. It's coming up in August, and we're gonna have, we're gonna bring in some amazing food, and live music, and open a bunch of our wines and just kind of do a nice kind of like sunset celebration, of all things Gary Farrell wine and food.
I'm excited about that. Are you performing? Are you going to get up there and do anything?
No, it's funny. I come from a performing family, but I'm going to be there opening the wine. I'm going to be pouring wines and schmoozing. That's my performance. That's my curtain call right there. Which actually reminds me. If you want to see me perform, people are also welcome. Starting actually on Sunday and through the month of October, once a month I do something called Somm Series, and the idea is I take different topics and subjects, and it's a ticket event, but it's open to the public, and do like little fun educations, whether it's be about food and wine, about harvest. I do one called the Science of Wine, where we really geek out about what do bricks and acidity and TA and pH and all these things mean, how they affect wine. Or I'm also doing one in June that's a Rocchioli vineyard retrospective. Rocchioli is one of the kind of most iconic, kind of important vineyards of Russian River Valley that we're lucky enough to work with. So we're going to do a deep dive, like a vintage vertical, and really dive into that vineyard.
Now we're coming to an end. We got one more. All right. So are we ending with the best?
Arguably the best. This is definitely
Okay.
a fan favorite.
Okay.
This is a fan favorite. So, and actually, it's a fun vineyard to talk about too. So. Last but not least, our 2019 Bocce Galuppi vineyard. Bocce Galuppi. It's a fun to stay in and of itself. Vineyard Pinot Noir. I love the Bocce Galuppis for a number of reasons. They're just really down to earth, amazing people. You got the acidity. The tannins are a little bit more integrated and refined because of the heat, but it's just a beautiful kind of texturally pleasing wine. It carries that beautiful fruit, that little bit of smoke, and enough acidity to keep it interesting and vibrant. So people just really, this is a fan favorite. This is one of our kind of no-brainer bestsellers when it comes to our Pinot Noirs, and it's just a delicious wine.
I was just gonna say Bocce Galuppi. I love the fruit from there. I haven't had a bad wine that's involved their fruit ever.
Yeah.
Like never.
Yeah.
So you already had me at that.
Perfect.
And like you said, it's fun to say.
It's fun to say. It's when people get intimidated by the name. I always say too, it's the more you drink, the easier it is to say.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to say. It's well known that the wine industry, as far as sales, is down.
Yes.
I can make the argument that the baby boomer generation is aging out in a lot of ways where they're not consuming wine, whether it's because they unfortunately pass, to their bodies can't ingest it anymore, and we all get to that point, right, where it's like, it's over, right? You can't do it anymore. They're not traveling as much. And the younger generation hasn't come along when it comes to wine. I could point to many reasons why, but I really want to hear your opinion on that. Why do you think that is? And what can we do about it?
I think there's a few things going on there. There's multiple factors. One, I think because of the way the boomers consumed wine and turned it kind of into something you seek and make collectible and trophyize, it turned into trophies. It put this image to younger generations that it is something very expensive. It is something you need a lot of knowledge to understand and be able to attain and appreciate. So basically artificially put up barriers that made people's like, well, wine's intimidating and it's too expensive, and like, I'm just gonna crack a beer, like that's much easier. Or obviously the cocktail culture has blossomed as well. And I think, people, like one thing I like about, I'm a millennial, an elder millennial, if you will, but I like about the younger generations, like, I feel like people are very adventurous, they travel a lot, they like to explore things. And so I feel like cocktail culture is a really easy way for somebody to play around and explore new flavors and come up with new things, and you kind of play mad scientist, whatever. And I think, that has impacted interest in wine. You go to a restaurant with a good cocktail program, like, you drink one or two cocktails, you're really going to drink wine. I don't know,
and there are wine cocktails, as you know.
There are wonderful wine cocktails, there's also the craft beer movement. Again, there's such a proliferate, like we're in a great era of wonderful alcoholic beverages.
Agreed. And even non-alcoholic.
Yeah, so again, I think, with those kind of barriers to entry that people have in their heads about getting into wine, or again, even just being apologetic about like drinking cheap wine, because I run to people and it's like, you're a Somm, like, I'm so sorry, I got the Kirkland wine. It's like, don't apologize. Are you drinking wine? Good.
Yeah,
don't
great.
Apologize. Like, there's nothing wrong, I'll drink barefoot, like
You can curse.
Like somebody gets barefoot, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, this is, it's like drinking whatever, it's like drink wine.
And you poo-poo barefoot, but they sell millions of cases of that.
That's what I tell people all the time.
So someone likes that wine.
Yeah,
that's why
exactly.
and I think you touch on, obviously your opinion is valued and what you said is true. I think the other part of it that you were touching on is the pretentiousness of it. Drink it out of a cup. Drink it out of a Dixie cup. As a business person, if someone told you had your own label that, hey, you could sell 40 cases of wine, but they're gonna drink it out of a plastic cup, do you care?
No. Buy my wine.
Exactly, and I think that's the part of it. I think it's turned people off where it's like, you can't drink it this way, or that's not real wine,
Right.
but it's real, like, I'm just gonna be honest, it's real money, right?
It's real money.
How many cases of Barefoot is sold each year?
Yeah, millions.
So someone's enjoying it, and I think
Yeah.
that's part of the issue with the younger generation is like, why are you making fun of me? No one makes fun of someone for drinking any kind of beer.
Right.
Who cares? Like, who cares?
Who cares? Yeah.
Right? But with wine, no, you can't drink it that way. That's the wrong glass.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You know, so
exactly.
I think it's that kind of stuff. So I'm just curious from your standpoint. You're elder millennial. I'm the youngest Gen Xer. It's possible. The next year literally starts millennials, right?
Right.
So like, what can we do to like fix that in your opinion?
You know, I think, and I feel like this is kind of part of your mission, if I understand correctly, is
You're
like,
not wrong.
it's just showing how wine, again, doesn't need to be pretentious. It should be fun. It should be approachable. There's no reason why you getting together with friends, like crack a bottle of wine, you know, have it, like, wine is, I think, the most food friendly of all the alcohols as well. Just
I
like,
agree.
and people love to eat. You know, mentioned there's like people love to eat. There's so many different types of food, and I feel like only wine has the diversity to be able to kind of match all the different types of food you eat. And again, food and wine pairing, that can be intimidating as well. That you know, I feel like that also makes a barrier to people like, oh, am I matching this properly? But it's more like you eat what you like, right? You know, and if you know what you like to drink, then eat what you like and drink what you like, but like, just make sure you're drinking wine. But I think, really to solve that, again, is just kind of demystifying, I like this word, demystifying, you know, again, the pedestal that we place wine on, and bringing it to, like, you know, there's a reason why wine has been around and part of civilization for like 8,000 years. You know, it's just on people's table, part of their cultures, their, you know, their socials, their gatherings, etc. And I think we need to bring people back to, it's not something you're meant to just buy and put in a fancy case and look at and covet and be like, I can't open this, it's too special. It needs to be something like, hey, you know, it's Tuesday night, we're having nachos, like, let's open a bottle of wine and enjoy ourselves. Hey, we're going to game night with our friends, let's bring a bottle of wine. Let's, you know, like, it just make it part of your normal life, just like you'd crack a beer or make a cocktail, whatever, because it's delicious. It comes at all price points, and there's just so many different types of wine that you don't even know exist until you go try it. And just because you don't know about it, ask some questions, because people like me and people like you are here to happily answer them for you without making you look a fool, because we just want you to enjoy wine like we enjoy wine, right?
So, my friend, there's theory in his application. Are you ready to put your, your money where your mouth is? Is that correct?
Always, oh yeah.
All right, so we're gonna try something. I have a new experience, a new bit for my show that I'm looking to do. Are you ready to get your ass kicked?
Oh, them's fighting words.
It is a wine contest.
That.
It is a wine contest. All right, we're gonna head into, I believe, is it called the Overlook? That's your
Overlook,
new,
yep.
An Overlook, and we're gonna try something new.
All right, let's do it.
All right, but before then, we have to cheers to Sonoma County, where life opens up. Let's do it one time.
Amen.
Sonoma County, where life opens up. Cheers.
All right, gentlemen. Today, out on the Overlook here, we're gonna do a small little challenge.
Okay.
Noel, we wanna see if you can pour better than our state som, Gabe.
Who is he? Oh, Gabe. Okay, my bad. I'm good.
Here
My
we
bad.
go,
The
here we go.
level is level 2 Som, right?
Level 2.
Level
Okay,
2.
not advanced.
Not advanced. No,
All
not
right,
advanced.
all right. If you were advanced, I might be a little bit worried. But since you're not advanced, you know, you're level 2 certified Som.
Certified, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Keep talking
Okay.
shit, Noel. Come on.
All right, we have 4 wine opening instruments for
Okay.
you gentlemen to be
Okay.
using today. The first
What is that?
is the Asso.
Okay.
So you're gonna take off the foils in whatever manner you feel is most appropriate,
Okay.
using som
Okay.
level wine opening.
Okay. Som level.
Yeah.
Is that a dig? 'Cause
But
I'm-
not advanced, because we already know
Yeah,
it's not
that's right, you're
advanced.
not
So you
advanced,
just
okay.
regular som
Okay,
level.
I
There
can
we
deal
go.
with that. Certified.
We have the longer end and the shorter end. Longer end goes in, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
Wiggle.
pull it out.
Okay. Do I
And-
peel it first, or do I just stick it right in?
Oh, that's up to you to
Oh,
decide.
there's
Dealer's
no,
choice.
And can I start with anyone, or do
You
I
can
have to
start
go in
with
order?
anyone you
whatever you
want.
want.
So here we go.
Okay,
Then you're
okay.
gonna pour a glass of wine for your guests. Probably, you know, about
So are we talking
right-
4, 6, 8?
About
or
5
just-
ounces.
About
Let's say
5
solid
ounces.
5.
Okay,
Nice,
so-
nice glass of wine there.
Okay, the drunk
Then
level.
we have, you know, Grandma's 1980 wing opener here.
Okay. Can you demonstrate
So
that one more
there
time
we
for me,
go, our
please?
little wing
Okay,
openers
thank you.
here.
All right, thank you.
There we go.
All right.
our nice trusty waiter's corkscrew
okay.
that you're gonna go ahead and use.
And I see
with a built-in
yeah.
and the lovely hinge action if you choose to
perfect.
use the hinge action.
All right, and I see this is branded, by the way, so this is definitely, they got the branded ones.
Absolutely.
All right, perfect.
And if you win, that's your gift to go home.
Oh, really? So it's not the wine, so I get this? Okay, nice consolation. And if I lose, what do I get?
Well, then we just
I mean,
get bragging.
I'm not gonna lose,
brag.
but I'm just saying, if I lose, what am I gonna get?
You get to take it home too.
Okay, got you. And then what is
And
this?
then we have the cork pop.
Is this an inoculation? Is
Well,
that like something you stick in
maybe,
someone's arm?
absolutely against everything
Can I
that is
stick this in his arm?
soft.
Oh, okay.
This may be against everything. You may win on Gabe with this one because I don't know if Gabe's actually ever used one. I don't know if he can bring himself to do it.
It breaks my little Somm heart.
You know what it is? Because on the level 3 exam for
That's when they
advanced,
teach you
they
how to do
require.
it.
So I guess level
That's when
2,
they
that's
teach
not where they're at. Okay.
Stab it, pop it, and go.
Okay. Stab it,
All right.
stab it, pop it, and go.
So,
Okay.
whichever order you want,
Okay.
needs to be 5-ounce glasses of wine.
Okay.
Needs to be, looks like a Somm did it at the end.
Okay. And any order, and I can
Any
peel
order?
versus non-peel is entirely up to me.
You know,
Dealer's choice.
I just figure, you know, because this is going to be amateur hour over there, I brought this for you just to make your life a little
No,
easier.
no, that's okay. Like I got fingernails. I'm
All
okay.
right,
I don't
just,
need
you know,
all, I don't need
don't
all that.
say I didn't offer, you know,
there's no using any
trying-
outside tools. Like you gotta use your fingers and then these
I
tools.
was trying to
There's
give
no
you a little
outside.
handicap there,
Actually,
you know,
can you hand that to her, please? Because like
Yeah,
I don't
all
want
right.
to see him like. You see how that's what you call a foreign object.
All right. And preferably no floaty bits in here. So you got to open that cork pretty nice or you're going to get floaty bits in there.
Now, what if, because this is nature, so I had a floaty in my wine out
Well, that's
there.
protein. Protein's
no
okay.
cork, no cork
Protein's
floaties,
okay.
right?
All
Yeah,
right.
I think she means
So
no
if a
cork.
fly or some kind of bug
Yeah.
float, like that does not
That's
count.
protein.
That's within the rules.
No cork bits.
Okay, fine. We can do that.
Sound good.
All
So
right,
you're
I'm
going to have
ready.
to get that cork in. So
I'm
if you
ready.
have to toss it, just don't toss on the furniture.
I'm ready.
Are we
Actually,
ready?
let me
Right,
put
like
let me
limber
put
up here.
let me put my sunglasses down because I
Yep.
feel like it's gonna
Yeah.
get. All right.
Do
all right.
maybe a little arm
Do
exercise.
one of those? Yeah, you
make
know,
sure I don't want no pulling muscles.
You know.
All this
right.
stuff?
So
Okay.
we got. So here we go. I love this. We got
Are we ready?
the self-proclaimed elder millennial versus the youngest Gen Xer you're gonna possibly find. All right, let's go.
Are we
We're
ready?
We're ready.
On your marks, get set, go. Ooh, he's going for the wings first. There we go, straight through the foil. I love it. Absolutely going through. Oh, Gabe's got the foil off of his, he's foiling them all first. Here we go. Here we go. So we have 2 foils off.
Oh my God.
One
There we
wing's
go.
going down. Here we go. Gabe almost has all 4 foils off. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, nice little pop. Here we go. All right. Oh, Gabe almost had, all right. So we have, Noel has 1 open. Gabe has 1 open. Gabe has a glass. And report. All right, we got 1. All right. Now let's see. All right, Noel's got bottle number 2 open. Gabe's going for the cork pop. Here we go. Woo! There we go. Woo! All right, Gabe's got 2 glasses poured here. I love Noel's just going straight for the foils. The foils are just staying on. All right, Gabe's going for the wings now. Here we go. Turn, 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 turn. A little exercise. There we go. Woo! There we go. Pop it and go. Gabe's got 3 going. Noel might be able to do this if he can pour real fast. Oh, there we go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle and pull. Turn, turn, turn. Left, right, left, right. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, and it went down. All right, wiggle.
Oh my
Nope.
God.
Up, up.
I don't like this wiggling.
Here, let me help you. Let
No.
me help you. Here we go.
No, don't pour. That's cheating.
There we go.
Oh
Well,
my
you were
God.
Boss, so whatever I say, make sure you don't lose that bad.
Fine, I'll pour. Oh my God. I can't get, I knew this was gonna be
Done.
it. This is it. This is, I have never used one of these in my life, ever.
All right, Gabe, help Noel out and the rest of our friends
Yeah.
here,
Can you
because
please
I'm not
show
sure I
this?
can do this either. How are we doing this?
Look at this.
No,
And then
you-
battle
you're
scars.
injured.
I knew
Yes,
it.
you
I'm
got an injury
injured.
here.
Look at this injury. I'm injured. I knew it.
You know what's injured is these ugly ass wine bottles.
What? Hey, look, I'm trying to win.
Just, you know.
I need to practice. All right, so.
All right, so
All right.
also,
Okay.
you generally want to use this with an older wine. It really needs to be natural cork for that matter too. But the idea is you're gonna put it in there. You get the longer prong in first.
Okay.
You get the shorter prong in, and then as you go down, you just wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wasn't that like an LMFAO song? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Anyway, and then once it's
that's
in,
your generation.
yeah,
That's
right. But they had your hair.
Oh!
So just turn it around. So you just want to turn and pull.
Wait, why in the hell? So again, you said on an older wine because I've never.
Yeah. So the idea is that older wine, if the cork is maybe a little, it's lost its integrity, so it's maybe a little crumbly, a little soft, etc. If you try to put a traditional wine key or corkscrew in there, it might puncture a hole in there, it might crumble out little pieces, etc. So this is a way, by going down the side, you can pull out the intact, complete cork.
It like hugs it. Gives a little hug on the way
Okay, so I know you offered, where is it? This, if I want a Lowe's, can I take that home to practice? 'Cause
Yes,
I have never,
absolutely.
I have never used that.
Yeah.
Also, I need one more thing. I am bleeding per usual, so
Here, there's a little.
I didn't know that a knife was sharp. Accidents happen. Thank you. I don't know how I got cut. It's all right. I deserve it for talking shit. Okay, well, I guess you and I have to hug it out. That's fine. That's fine. I lost fair and square. So badly that someone had to come over and literally pour wine with me. It's okay. I knew it. All right. Okay, let's cheers. I lost the contest fair and square to the level 2 Somm. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Can I beat a Somm? Clearly not. Cheers.
Next time.
Cheers. All right, so I have the battle wound to prove it. I got my butt thoroughly kicked by Gabe during Challenge of Somm to opening up wine bottles, but either way, I had a really great time here at Gary Farrell today. Tasted some great wine. I got Pinot in hand. Thank you to everybody. I cannot wait to come back, but right now I'm gonna head back to Dawn Ranch for some dinner and a great pairing. Cheers.
Hi Noel.
How you doing, chef?
Doing great.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll have these bites to start. So this is featuring our tasting menu. So
Please, have a seat.
thank you.
This is your restaurant. I'm telling you to have a seat. Okay.
Thank you. For us, starting with bites, something important on getting back to eat with hands. That when you are, when you're a kid and you start eating first in your life, start eating with your hands, like touching this is crunchy, this is hot. So that's the idea on this tasting menu that we're launching and going through. Is starting with this bite. On the first, you will have.
Which one's the
so
first?
I will start, with that one.
Okay.
So this is very typical from the north of Brazil. So Juliana, she's from Brazil, and we try to replicate all those flavors that for us is very known that in our childhood we grew up with those flavors, but at the same time, for some people are different, but are very interesting and also in texture, not only on the flavors. So on this one, it's a manio. It's made with yuca starch. And 2 types of cheeses. We have a aged Buddha 24 months. That's very, very, very tasty cheese. So we fried this one, cooked with the yuca and the cheese. Then we deep fried this one. And on top there's a chili jam. It's made with Fresno chilies, cooked with sugar for an hour. Then we blend that, and that's our chili jam. So it's a bit spicy. It have that texture of mochi also, and the flavor of the cheese that is very nice, and it's fried, and everything that is fried have some better flavors. So going more on the freshness side, you have that oyster. That oyster are coming from Baja Mexico. They're very small oysters. Sweet on the flavor. I did not grow up with sea close to me, so I'm more from the mountains. So sea flavor always was it's not difficult, but it's more for me. It's not like eating meat or vegetables. So for this one I like it because they're sweet, but on the flavor of the oyster is not so high. So it's nice, it's sweet. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
There's a leche de tigre inside, so very from Peru that is blending cilantro, ginger, garlic, lemon, and mandarin juice. We are doing this one with mandarin. This side, also fresh, you have a tuna tostada, a small tuna tostada. This corn is made from a farmer here closer to us in Windsor.
Okay.
So that's nice because we have that build that relationship. We know that local. Every Wednesday we go, we get them the masa, we do our tortillas, the tuna, It's a bluefin tuna with a tatemade sauce that we use like a lot of vegetables. We roast them until they get burned, and we make a sauce with that burned vegetables.
Okay.
And then greens that we're getting a lot of greens from our garden.
Okay, so count it for me. Point to it and count it for me. So where should I start? One, two.
I will do
So
uno, dos, tres, and probably we'll finish with the caviar, with the creme fraiche and potatoes.
Done and done. I'm more of a food and wine pair, so like we need some great wine. Can you help out with that?
Of course.
Okay.
Genaro will help us.
Oh,
With that.
you
Alright, guys.
speak your name and you show up.
Alright.
All right. So what do we have here, sir?
So to start off, we're gonna start with some bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to maintain the range, so north part of Champagne region. We're gonna try Christian Gosset, a very small producer. Christian started his own project in 2015. Pinot Noir 100%, very small plug, around $5,000 per year.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you
enjoy.
so much. Cheers to you, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers to you both. Thank you very much. To you, chef. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's this sauce?
This is the chili jam.
All right. Can I be this guy? Like,
Oh yeah. That's the best for us. If you do that for us, it's
I'm sorry. Like I'm just literally.
the best.
Oh my god. So how much do I have to pay to have like 4 more of those? A lot. you're like, don't be greedy. You're like a lot. Oh my god. That's so good.
How that pairs with the
This goes really good. Bubbles goes with a lot of
Yeah,
things. People just always
I
overthink them.
love
Like
bubbles.
bubbles, when you don't know, just get bubbles.
Yes.
If they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is like, I love the texture on this. Like it's just like squishy and like,
Yeah.
it's good. And I'm right there with you with oysters. Like I don't like the big gamey ones. Like I like the small ones that are like, yeah, much more flavor. All right. I could eat like 12 of those, but considering you're giving me 12 courses, it's probably a bad idea. All right, I'm gonna put you to the middle of the table when we're done. Boom, so you can see. There we go. All right, you said this one.
Yeah, you can go.
Perfect. That's good too. So, Chef, I know I'm going to ask you again, but where does your passion for food come from? Like, you know, is it your grandmother was in the kitchen, your parents were in the kitchen? Did you just wake up one day at 20 and you're like, I want to be a chef? Like, how did it happen?
So my family, we have restaurants in Argentina. So my dad started with my mom probably was like 35 years ago. So we have one of our restaurants have 30 years right now. And then my dad, he's very known from when we are, like he have like a career of 35 years at the restaurant. So I grew up in restaurants. Like I get out from the school, going to the restaurant to wait for my family to finish. So we started right there. Then the reality, when you're a kid, you don't want to be the same that what your parents are. So I always said, no, I don't like kitchens. I don't like kitchens. Until a time that I know inside me that I like it.
Yeah.
And I started working in the summers when I was 14 years old. I started to work in that time in Argentina, and I started loving that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the reality of working in restaurants. It's like a type of life, because
It's hard.
we are serving, we are doing all this work for our guests. That for us, it's everybody that come to our restaurant is like are coming to our home. So you want to treat people how if they're coming to your home, that you will prepare something special every time, and you will treat them as like in a special way always. So I think I started in kitchens and in the restaurant business for that, because I like that. I like recooking. I grew up with that, so I love it. Also, all my uncles also worked in restaurants.
Really? So you grew up around it for sure.
Yeah, I grew up. Yeah.
I think you picked a really good spot, right? Like, you know, from what I've tasted so far and last night, you have the culinary skills to work in any kitchen you want, but I feel like with Dawn Ranch, to your point, it's very, I feel like I'm in my home, right? Where, you know, you go to some, and it's great, right? Just go to some Michelin star restaurants, you do not feel like you're in your house. You're like, I can't recreate this, the ambiance doesn't feel like this, I don't have tablecloths like that. But like here, like I feel like I'm sitting on my back porch, right?
Nice.
Just with really great food, because I can't make anything like this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So I think, to me, like this place matches your ethos or your philosophy of, I want you to come here and you can be dressed up in a blazer, you can be dressed in a t-shirt, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Because you and I both know, you probably know better, there's some Michelin restaurants and fine dining that if we walked in with a t-shirt, they'd be like, you need to go,
Yeah.
right? You can't do that, but you can do that here.
Yeah.
And I appreciate
that.
that.
Like you feel like you're at home.
Yeah.
And also Guerneville is a beautiful city.
Mhm.
When we got here, we never know about Guerneville. And walking into Guerneville, how the energy, because it's a different town. For me, it's like the beautiful thing that the energy that you can feel here in town is very nice. Like the river, like everything here, like the nature. If you're into nature, when you get here, see all these trees, all these redwoods, it's something incredible. It's a beautiful place.
Have you kayaked yet over here?
Yeah,
okay.
yes.
Are you a good kayaker?
I don't know. Like
okay.
I can.
You're okay.
I'm okay.
All right. So you're good enough that you don't flip over. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
We need to get you a glass, man. I want to cheers with you, but we need to get you a glass next round. So, tell me, sir. I know you're busy. What's next on? And how many courses are we doing? Are we doing?
So we will do 5 now.
Okay.
So it's more on the menu that we have right now. So you will be pairing with a burrata. You will be trying some peas that are coming on season right now.
Okay.
Also some of the meats that we are serving right now. We have a trout, very nice trout. You will have a picanha. That also some of the cut of the meat that we are choosing are things that, for example, picanha is something that you will always found in Brazilian culinary. So we try to use that. Things that for us are important, and trying to do it for here for everybody, and try things that for us are known but are different at the same time.
No, it'll be great. Whatever you're making, I'm gonna be eating. So I appreciate it. Please, will you come back if you have a minute for a sip? I know you're working.
Okay.
Let's do a cheers.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you in a minute, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know.
Well, we have here.
Yep.
It's a burrata. It's a handmade burrata.
Okay.
With buffalo milk. And also, you can pair this one with a Argentinian grilled bread.
Okay.
So, in Argentina, for us, it's very important. All the fire, doing all these like cooking meats, breads, everything in the fire, in the charcoal. Like for us, it's having all that flavor that we grew up with that. So these breads, I grew up doing these breads, like going to my grandfather's house, pulling the dough, throwing it on top of the charcoal, and see how that they get charred, and then so that's a bread for me that is important.
Okay.
On the burrata on top, you have a salsa macha. So it's two types of chiles, garlic, pine nuts, and also cacao nibs that goes inside.
So just pull it apart. You suggest like dipping, or should I?
Yeah, I'll pull a part of the bread.
Okay.
And put some of the burrata on top of the bread.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Chef.
You're welcome.
Should I wait for my wine for this?
Of course,
or
yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I will send you.
There you go. I know you're a busy man, so I appreciate it. There we go. Ooh, I thought so. Vermentino. I was like, I know that color. Thank you. Perfect. Don't forget to pour for Chef. Perfect. And this.
All right, so for the burrata course, I was thinking with something with a lot of texture on it. So we're gonna try something very local. This is Carneros. We're gonna try Rhyme. Rhyme is a family marriage-owned winery, and this wine is very fun story because they always say that they agree in the 99% of the things that they do, but there's 1% that they don't agree. and that percent is this wine. So we have Vermentino. She does a Vermentino with very mineral flavor, very clean, medium high acidity, but he does more like a ferment orange Vermentino style. Okay. So here we have same grape variety, same vineyard, but two different vintage. So in the right glass, we have a 2022. 2022 in the left glass, we have a 2011 Vermentino. So very old orange wine. So I think it's very fun to taste both and see how the age influence in both of the wines. Right. Enjoy, of course.
Right, sir. I know you gotta get back, so I just want to say thank you very much, Chef, for the opportunity to come here and taste your delicious food. And then I'm gonna eat this right in front of you, and I don't care. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Elvis, thank you, sir.
All right, so for the next course, we have a dish to give a star the spring. We have.
What are you talking about, Renato?
Whoa, 2 executive chefs in one night. Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Good to see you.
You too. Having dinner?
Yes, absolutely.
Presenting the dishes, everything.
Yeah, I didn't know you were gonna be here.
Surprise.
Okay, all right.
So here we have charcoal peas hand-picked in the market, Farmers Marin Market, with a nage reduction emulsion, some oxalis, and a furikake too. Right.
Now I'm gonna put you on the spot because you just I don't know, bum rush me here. So where's the camera? Is this camera right here?
Oh.
All right, for the record, you have to answer this question immediately. Don't pause. Who's the better chef, you or your husband? That way.
Oh.
Quickly. Better chef. 2, 3.
I think it's different. I don't believe in better. It depends on what you're talking about. I'm better for some stuff, you're better for some other stuff. It's hard to compare.
I'm gonna ask you again tomorrow. I need you to have a better response. Okay. All right.
A more honest one.
No, I appreciate this. Thank you so much. This is great. Thank you, chef.
Thank you.
All right. Oh.
There you go.
And what do I have here? All right. Is this sake?
Sake.
Yes.
We're gonna skip wine for a second.
Okay.
We're gonna go to sake. We're gonna try Matsura. Matsura is one of the oldest sake brewers making sake in the world. They started in 1772. We have a sake made from Yamada Nishiki. Very local, very few bottles in the States. So I hope you enjoy it.
I will enjoy it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Sake. Oh my God. Sake paired with this perfectly. I'm liking the texture on here and the spiciness of the sauce. Also, I like the spiciness of Chef who just came over here. So by the way, they're a husband and wife team. We're gonna learn more about them later during this episode, but I love that she's literally here on her personal time and decided to literally ransack my episode, but it's okay, because she's making the food. Also, I'm gonna ask her that question again about who's the better chef, her husband, who's the better chef. I'm gonna ask her that tomorrow, so she better have a better answer. Uh-oh.
Better chef? What are you talking about?
That means joking. She better have a better answer. Oh God.
How are you doing, sir?
Thank you.
My name is Aaron.
All right.
One of my favorite dishes here. This is the catch of the day. This is a Mount Lassen trout that is charcoal grilled with a lemon butter sauce with dill, parsley, trout roe, and broccoli flowers.
Question, what's your name again?
Aaron.
Okay, now I needed something from you. I need you to look directly at the camera. I need you to answer immediately. There's 2 executive chefs here. Which one is your favorite? Go. 2, 3.
I can't say. Both. Both are my favorite. They're too good.
Good answer, man. No, I appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Of course, enjoy.
All right.
There we go.
What we got?
So for the
Albarino, yes. The wine, I always call, I don't know what you call it, I always call it the wine of the sea. I feel like Albarino just goes well with almost any seafood.
That's a good name.
I literally call it the wine of the sea.
That's a good name.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, so this one is very special for me personally. I live 1 hour away from here. So
really?
Very special for me.
Yeah.
69 Arrobas is the name means 69 arrobas in like Galician, Gallego is like the language in this region. Mean is a level of measurement that means that 1,000 liters like equals to 1,000 liters. So equals that when they start with this project, they could just do 1,000 bottles. So very small production, just a few to the States. I'll bring you 100%, so I have enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Hello again.
All right, man, what's going on?
Here we have our pork chops with a Latin twist. It's carbuto pork for the protein. This is a Japanese pork. We picked it specifically because it's known for fattier content, and it's on the charcoal. Alongside the pork is a house-made mole sauce made with 8 different spices. You'll be able to taste the chocolate, hazelnut, pine nut, almonds, and it's accompanied by our plantain, which is a little bit of an homage to the chef's Argentinian and Brazilian backgrounds. In South American and Central American cultures, plantain is usually accompanied by all meals, so it's a little bit of a wink to that. It's baked and then thrown on a charcoal to finish.
All right, so quick question for you, man. I need you to answer quickly. Do you place a better plate or do you make a better drink here?
I most likely make a better drink, for sure.
Done. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right.
For this course, we pass to the reds.
Oh, I know this brand.
All right. So we got to Burgundy.
Yep.
We got to the south of Burgundy. We're gonna try the domain of Vienne, led by Pierre Vienne since the 2000s. Pinot Noir 100% Premier Cru 2022. So I have enjoyed.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Cheers. First, I am taking my fork in my left hand, and then my cutlery, my knife, in my right, and I'm slicing through at an angle. You don't even need a knife. And then I'm dipping it in the sauce this way. And now I'll be for real and eat this. I'm loving these flavors. Like, to me, they taste of South America. Like, you can tell that obviously the husband and wife, like the wife team, Argentinian and Brazilian, but you can taste like those South American flavors in this. This is really good.
Now you pair it.
Oh, now I gotta pair it. And the Burgundy complements it, like it really brings out the spices. Also, I see I have a little protein that flew into my glass, so you know what? Even better. A little swirl. Yeah. Don't tell anybody, I know we're on camera, but I'm just gonna do this. There we go. No one saw that. Oh my God.
Show the camera your wound.
Oh, my battle wound from earlier. It's not hurting as much. I don't know how I keep going on these damn shoots and like cutting myself. In the kitchen, it made sense. How the hell do I cut myself literally at a challenge at a winery? A bottle opening challenge. Okay, I'm good. Good evening, sir.
Here we have the picanha steak Wagyu,
Ooh.
cooked medium rare.
Ooh.
Picanha is a top steak in Brazil. It is paired with our Argentinian style chimichurri and roasted mustard greens on there.
I appreciate that.
Of course, thank you so much. Enjoy.
Thank you, thank you.
I heard the word wine, so I had
yes.
to yeah.
Thank
you. All right, so for the next course, we go back to Spain. I don't know why.
All right.
We're gonna try Envinate. Envinate is a very small project from 4 friends. They met in 2005 studying enology. And they focus in very small plots all around the Atlantic. They have some in Galicia, some in Canary Island, like this wine. Volcanic soil, one of the oldest vineyards in the world. Listan Negro is the grape variety, 2022.
Perfect.
Enjoy, sir.
Thank you. So I'm sure most of you know this. For this kind of meat, anything above medium rare is a waste. Like I halfway can understand something medium, maybe. But when people get Wagyu and get well done or medium well, don't do it. You want the tenderness, you want the flavors. I don't even need this knife.
All right, up next, here we have a tonka bean gelato,
Ooh.
along with a sorbet of fresh strawberries, locally sourced. All right, enjoy.
Perfect, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What wine am I having with this?
Alrighty, so you said earlier how if I make a meat and cocktail?
Yes.
I know you're a wine guy, but I thought I'd give you a taste of one of our specialty drinks here. Something that I made up.
Okay.
It's called the Sundance.
Oh.
It's a little bit of like a refreshing cocktail.
Is that a blowtorch? What's that?
This is chai.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that we turned into foam.
Okay.
And this right here, the Sundance, is passion fruit, vodka, and a little bit of Aperol.
Okay. If you made it, I'm gonna drink it. Oh. All right, should I drink this, taste this first, then go for the dessert, or vice versa? Okay, I'm gonna go for this first then. Cheers. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Oof. So never double dip, I have 2 spoons. So I'm gonna go back and forth. So I'm finished here with my meal. Sorry, I need one more sip. So I'm finished here at the lodge with my meal. I want to thank everybody. Tomorrow you're gonna see me talk with both executive chefs. I'm not gonna ruin it for you guys. I'm gonna get out of this blazer, take off the brooch, relax a little bit, have a drink by the fire, and then close out my night.